All right, we got to talk about it. And yes, we're having this conversation, so let's talk about it. So, before we begin, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, show some love, show some support to your boy. So, let's get right into it. So, last night has a lot of people questioning Ryan Pose's fucking selection of Caleb Williams. So after last night's performance by Jayden Daniels, which he set history having I think it was having a higher quarterback rating in a game that was better than Dak Prescott and both Gardner Minshew. And it has a lot of people on my Twitter or X timeline. I don't know about Instagram, but it's having those on my timeline be like, did Ryan Poles make the right decision and took and taken and fucking what's it called? Had Daniels in as a visit? Or there's people like, oh, the Bears should have taken Jayden Daniels, and there's conversations like, oh, the Bears should have hired Cliff Kingsbury. So there's a lot of conversations about what what the Bears should have done. And I'm here to talk about it, as I should. But let's talk about Daniels. I've always liked Jayden Daniels as a prospect and as a person. I know a person doesn't matter, but I liked him as a prospect as well. I had a feeling people were saying that they gave his weapons way too much credit. They gave Malik Neighbors a lot of the credit over there in LSU. But my thing that can change Jayden Daniels' career, and we're seeing it right now, technically, is how he plays with the football. Very risky, and he's playing a lot like rookie Robert Griffin III. And we all know what happened to Robert Griffin III. It took that one injury and the command and the which was the Redskins. They were called the Redskins at the time. So when RG3 started for the Redskins, it took that he looked good. It looked like the Redskins found their quarterback. But that one injury ruined his career. That's because he kept playing dangerous football. Daniels is the same way. And like I said, I think Daniels is going to be their franchise quarterback, but it depends if the worst fear can come true for Commies fans is if he gets hurt. But like I said, I always liked Daniels. I felt like some people were sleeping on him. But let's talk about Caleb Williams. Okay, I think most of the Caleb fans will tell you that Daniels is outperforming Caleb, both as a passer and even as a runner. But like I said, in the offseason, just because we select a quarterback that's the best available doesn't mean he's going to be the best quarterback out of all the other quarterbacks that were taken. So if we look back at previous quarterbacks that have been taken number one, besides Kyler Murray, the number one overall pick that's been selected has not been the best quarterback in that class. And that means the first quarterback taken off the board. Which leads me to my point. Caleb Williams is the reason why Daniels is playing better than him, and we can make an argument, is Caleb does not want to run the football like dangerously like Daniels is doing right now in Washington. He doesn't want to do that because you want to know why? Because those type of quarterbacks do not last long in the NFL. You have to evolve as a passer. Now, Daniels has evolved as a passer, but if we're talking about like the play style, it takes one shot and then you're done. So we're gonna see long term if they should have selected Daniels. Now, I will say this, and I was one of the people that did not want Cliff Kingsbury. I said if you want to take Caleb Williams, if you wanted to take Caleb at 1, which it was the entire plan at time, then the best scenario was to go out and get Cliff Kingsbury as your offensive coordinator. Was Cliff Kingsbury probably the right choice for the Commanders to make? We'll see, because Cliff Kingsbury's offense, even on his time on the Cardinals, has always been known to hit off the first week of the season and then later on struggle in the second half of the year. So that's going to be determined whether or not how Cliff Kingsbury plays and how Shane Waldron plays, because Shane Waldron has not been calling the right plays so far. So it's looking like, oh, the Bears did not make the right move in hiring Cliff Kingsbury. But like I said, I wasn't a guy that wanted Cliff Kingsbury. I'll tell you that right now, because I've seen how he is. He's a guy that only starts off hot and then later cools off. So that's why I didn't want Cliff Kingsbury, because we got Waldron, which was the best offensive coordinator in the market right now. So I'm gonna give Waldron like the benefit of the doubt, because it's been 3 games, but he's really got to get things together. He's got to stop putting now Travis Homer is out. I think Roschon should be the starting running back going forward for this team, but that's a discussion for another time. So we'll see how things go for both teams. Ultimately, I think 2 teams got their franchise quarterback, knock on wood. So that's my thoughts. Let me hear from you guys in the comment section, because I really want to talk about it with y'all. So anyways, that's it. That's all. Hit the subscribe button and leave a like. As always, thanks for watching. And bear down.